Life is worth it. Life is worth living. It shouldn't be this constant control. Hi, my name is Maddie. This is Fig, and my life is a mess. But that's okay, because we're working on it. Okay, so if you're new here, hello, welcome. This channel I created as a way to document my eating disorder recovery journey and also help other people, hopefully, along the way. This video is going to be a little bit different than some of my previous videos. I'm going to not really do like fun edits and things like that because it is an important topic. So it's just going to kind of be me sitting down and talking. If that's of interest to you, stay on. If it's not, I don't mind. As you can probably see by the title of this video, I will be talking about dealing with weight gain in recovery. So this is a topic that I wish was spoken about more, especially for myself, because weight gain is hard. It's really hard, and dealing with it when you've been so used to trying to lose weight for so long is a hard concept to kind of get your head around. So I want to start off by saying, even the words weight gain have such negative connotations associated with them. You think about weight loss and it's so praised and celebrated in this society, but weight gain is kind of seen as this horrible thing, but it's not. Especially if you're coming from a place where your body was not healthy, weight gain should be celebrated, and it's very difficult to try to rewire your brain to think about weight gain being a positive thing. I know for myself, I was and still am in a place where I'm in weight restoration, so I am eating more than I was, obviously. For a very long time, the fear of weight gain was one of the biggest setbacks that kept me from doing or starting recovery again. But it's necessary if you want to live the life that you're hoping, at least for myself, of food freedom and traveling. You can't be in a place where you're constantly trying to change the way your body looks. So this is kind of also a video for myself. So the first thing I want to say is, if you are underweight and in a place where your body needs to gain weight, it's a phrase that you're not going to want to hear, but you will have to gain weight. For myself, I was very underweight, and with the help of a dietitian and psychologists and psychiatrists, I have been following a meal plan that helps me gain weight. And even saying it out loud now is very scary to me. I also understand that eating disorders are not always a look, and not everybody is going to be in a place where they need weight restoration. So this video is meant for people, or anybody who's interested, but it's specifically meant for people who are needing to be weight restored and are having a hard time dealing with grasping that idea and trying to come to terms with the fact that your body will change and it's going to be hard. I realize that this is a very tricky topic to talk about because everybody's story and journey is different. Some people are going to have to gain this much amount of weight, some people are going to have to gain this much amount of weight, some people might not even have to gain weight. This is very broad, and I want to reiterate that the things that I say are not necessarily going to specifically happen to everybody. For example, bloating. I have been experiencing bloating a lot, and it's very uncomfortable to me, but some people might not have bloating. So just getting all that out of the way. Now move on. The first thing that is just the easiest to tackle is just tell yourself you're going to gain weight. It's going to happen. If you need to, it's necessary. You can't get through recovery and maintain an unhealthy body. It's not going to work. The next thing I would say is wear loose, baggy clothing. It's essential. It's very important to wear clothes that are going to make you feel comfortable and not focus on restricting your body. You know, for me, I was definitely a girl and still am. I love the oversized sweaters and leggings, but right now it's just not a time to wear leggings. It's more of a time to wear loose fitting sweatpants, and it really helps your recovery. It's to not have like a constant restricting reminder around your weight. I'm pointing to my waist. It's very helpful. So wear loose fitting clothing is my first tip to deal with weight gain. A second tip would be if you are measuring your weight gain through a scale. For myself, that's something I've just been doing along with my dietitian, but learn to celebrate the weight gain. I used to kind of have, I still do, but have like my heart would be racing right before you get on it, and you see the number go up and it's just dread. But just try to tell yourself it's to be celebrated. It's a win. Weight gain is a good thing. It's celebrated, you know? Even if you don't feel like it's a good thing, just as soon as you see the number go up, just celebrate it. I don't know. I find that really is helpful. Whether you believe it or not, it's just kind of a little bit of a help to just celebrate weight gain as you would someone trying to lose weight. Make a party out of your weight gain. So when it comes to trying to help your mental state deal with weight gain, positive affirmations are very important. And I am someone that is I was against them, you know, staring in the mirror and going, I love you, I love you. It just sort of felt fake. So I personally have found it easier to do positive affirmations that are more feasible, kind of like, instead of focusing on saying, I love my body, just focus on saying, I accept my body for the way it is. Or if you're looking at a part of your body that you may not like, for example, personally, I'm not a fan of my legs right now. But instead of going, I hate my legs, just say, I appreciate what my legs can do for me. It doesn't have to be going from I hate my legs to I love my legs, but it can be, I accept my legs for the way they will look. They help me walk, they help me run, they help me hike mountains, they help me climb trees, they help me swim. So appreciating your body for what it does as opposed to how it looks is very helpful. This is something I haven't heard anybody say before, but it's kind of a trick that I don't want to say I've come up with, but I'm sure other people do it. After you finished a big meal, you will inevitably have discomfort in your stomach. It's going to feel full. So instead of focusing on the fullness of your stomach, focus on how does your left toe feel? You know, focus on a different part of your body, or, you know, what does it feel like to tap your fingers? Or what does it feel like to brush your hair? Just try to focus on different parts of your body instead of just constantly focusing on your stomach or whatever feels uncomfortable. Just diverting your attention somewhere else is a big tip. And that kind of moves into the area of body checking. A very tricky topic, and was something I wasn't even aware was an eating disorder symptom. So for example, measuring your body, looking in the mirror and focusing on different areas, putting on clothes that you know are going to be too tight. I was in a place where I was putting on the exact same pair of jeans every single night, which didn't fit. I was gaining weight and they don't fit, but I would still put them on just to, there's no point. If you're gaining weight, don't put yourself in a position where you're just gonna feel bad. So another thing I would do is take videos of myself and like walk in a circle just to see what I looked like. It's not helpful, don't do that. I'm not saying don't ever look in a mirror again, but just focus on different things, you know, look at what you like. Just avoid body checking. It's not going to help you. It's just self-deprecating. Don't do it. This tip is kind of a difficult one, but if you're surrounded by friends and family that are constantly trying to lose weight or in a diet talk, it can be difficult to try and separate yourself from them, but the words stay in your own lane are kind of on repeat in my head. You know, if a friend is only eating salad and, you know, says, I didn't have breakfast this morning, or I'm not hungry right now, you need to remember that you're not in the same place, and everybody's different regardless of where they're at in their life. You can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, 2 snacks, 3 snacks, 5 snacks. You can have a burger and fries if your friend's having salad. Like, it's just stay in your own lane. You know what you need to do, so try not to compare yourself, because comparing in eating disorder recovery is huge. So pretend that you just have blinders on and just stay in your own lane. It's hard, but it's important. Weight gain is hard. It's really hard. But for a lot of people, it's extremely necessary to get to the point where you want to be living a happy, free, and healthy life. I kind of like to think of it kind of like a hill. You know, you've got to gain the weight, and it's going to suck, and it's going to be hard, and you're going to be fighting. I like to think that you'll reach a point where you just become accepting of your body, and the weight doesn't matter anymore. And on the other side of that hill is a more confident, strong, powerful version of you that is able to live a life where you're not constantly thinking about food and calories and exercise all the time. There's so much more to life than what you eat. There's a whole freaking world out there. For myself, all I think about is food. And I don't want to be like that. Yes, dealing with weight gain is necessary. It's important. It also shouldn't be something that's so scary, but it is, and that's unfortunate. So the point of this video wasn't all about dealing with weight gain specifically, but I hope it kind of helps someone. Yeah, my biggest takeaway is just continue to remind yourself that life is worth it. Life is worth living. It shouldn't be this constant control. Embrace the weight gain, celebrate it, enjoy it. It's a time of healing. It's a time of learning to re-love your body and appreciate it. There are moments still when I am crying and screaming into pillows and wanting to rip out my skin, but there are other times where you just, this is the only body you have. You're stuck with it. You have no choice. And so instead of spending your whole life trying to be resentful and change it, it's so much easier just to accept it. Just, yeah, think about how much easier life would be if you can just look in the mirror and say, you rock, instead of going, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. It just puts you in a shitty mood. You are beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone is gorgeous. You're special for who you are, and don't compare yourself to other people. You're you. Long story short, weight gain sucks, but it shouldn't. It should be celebrated. Enjoy the process, respect your body, and just try to remember that there's a whole life out there without an eating disorder and without food restriction, and enjoying summer night barbecues and a beer on the beach and ice cream and hot chocolate and the cold snow. I'm just rambling now, but I guess the point is, dealing with weight gain is a very tricky thing, and it can keep a lot of people from starting recovery. But the earlier you learn to accept that it's most likely a necessary step and that it's going to happen, the easier it will be to recover. Try not to focus on your body changing and focus on your mind changing. Fig is an essential element to all of my videos, so she's gonna be saying goodbye. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, a like, a share, a comment. Yeah, and stay tuned for Saturday's video.